shadow of an old oak tree, where the dust dances at your feet, I carved our names for eternity on that porch where lovers meet. Your scarf still waves a lonely flag caught on a branch, a crimson rag in the town where silence brags, echoes of your laughter drag. But the wind stays, oh it never forgets, whispering your name in the cold sunset. It's a melody humming through dismay, rustling the memories where we once lay. Yes, the wind stays even when you're gone, singing broken verses of our lone love song. Years have worn the gravel road that led us to our dreaming abode. The cabin stands, but the light is dimmed like the love that once brimmed, where wildflowers dared to thrive, only thistles and regrets surviving. In the stillness I arrive at empty rooms where shadows strive. But the wind stays, oh it never forgets, whispering your name in the cold sunset. It's a melody humming through dismay, rustling the memories where we once lay. Yes, the wind stays even when you're gone, singing broken verses of our long love song. And I reckon the heart's like old trails, fading into the wild, unmarked by rails. Yeah, in every gust, your essence prevails, a haunting tune that forever sails. So the wind stays, oh it holds on tight to the echoes of the footsteps in the night. With every howl, with every sway, it carries parts of me far away. Yes, the wind stays, my love won't stray, bound to the breeze where my heart will lay forever. Out by the old willow, where the creek sings to stones, I left my heart hanging on the post of her home. My boots on the porch, dusty, worn and bereaved, they've seen miles untold, but it's here they watched me leave. Oh, those boots watch me leave, through the dust and the dead leaves, echoes of her laughter in the breeze. The horizon holds my dreams, but my soul, it just clings to the ghost of her whisper 'neath the old oak trees. Town's just a shadow where our love used to dance. Now ain't nothing but the wind, got a second chance. The saddle's worn thin like the scarf she gave me, left it hanging on a nail in the shack by Dead Man's Leap. Yes, those boots watch me leave, past the chapel, past the grief, sunsets bleeding like my heart in disbelief. Every gravel road whispers, every star's a deceit, telling tales of a love now just dust and a thief. There's a truth in the quiet when the prairie grass sways, in the songs of the night, in the old bygone days. If love is a land vast and wild and free, then I'm lost in its borders, where her memory's the key. Still those boots watch me leave, never once did they plead. Silent sentinels of a love, now a faded decree. And I wander these lands where my heart can't retrieve the love and the life that these boots watched me leave. So I'll walk on under skies vast and heat, where my boots silent still watch me grieve. There's an old flannel shirt in the bottom drawer, weathered and worn like the soul it wore through the whispering oaks near the creek it knew, beneath the vast restless skies of blue. I can still see her there, laughing wild and free, in that sunset glow forever etched in me. Flannel shirt whispers soft and low, they sing of a love lost long ago. Under wide western skies I roam apart, with the echoes of her laughter haunting my heart. Once we dreamed on a dusty gravel road, plans like the wildflowers around us sowed, but seasons turned from gold to gray, and that storm rolled in, took her far away. Now the porch swings empty, the cabin's cold, with only memories for me to hold. Flannel shirt whispers soft and low, they sing of a love lost long ago. Under wide western skies I roam apart, with the echoes of her laughter haunting my heart. I roam these hills like a shadow in the rain, each drop a syllable spelling out her name. Maybe in the rustle of the leaves or the wind's sad song is where the heart of a wandering man belongs. Flannel shirt whispers, an old refrain, echoing through the pines like a sweet, soft pain. I'll ride these trails where the wild winds dart, with her whispers wrapped tight around my heart. Flannel shirt whispers never let me go. In the silence of the night, they're the only love I know. Out where the creek bends under the shade of old leaves, we carved our names in that oak tree, whispering dreams. The wind sang through the branches, a melody so sweet on that weathered old porch where our hearts would meet. But now that oak tree's the last one standing tall, my shadow's the only one that dances at nightfall. Every leaf that falls is a memory, a moment lost in time, under the oak tree left behind, under the twilight side. Years roll like the tumbleweeds across these plains. Your scarf still hangs on the corner of my worn-out frame. The cabin's empty, echoes with the laughter we once knew. Gravel roads keep leading back, but they don't lead to you. Yes, that oak tree's the last one standing tall. My shadow's the only one that sways when cold winds call. Each whisper leaf a tale of yesterday, confined beneath the oak tree left behind, beneath the dreams denied. Oh, how the sunsets bleed their colors, trying to repaint all our yesterdays, but some hues they just fade. And as the stars peek from the vast, forgiving sky, the night knows the truth, that some loves never die. So here stands the oak tree, the only witness to my plight, holding on to each memory as I ride through the night. And maybe all that's left is the echo of your smile entwined with the whispers of the oak tree left behind. Yes, the heartache of the oak tree left behind. Dusty corner of an old tar shack, where the wind whispers secrets to the oak tree's back, there lies a cracked frame stained with the time, held a picture of you in the bright sunshine on that creaky porch where we used to sway. Every sunset painted feelings words couldn't say. Oh, that cracked frame called my name, echoes of your voice set the night aflame, reaching through years, through the wild and tame. Every broken glass piece cries your name. Trails we walk now overgrow, gravel roads where the silence of the snow, where once laughter danced on the evening air, now just the shadows of empty chairs. The scarf you left still smells like rain, a token of love and a token of pain. Oh, that cracked frame called my name, echoes of your voice set the night aflame. Under starlit skies, nothing remains the same. Every broken glass bend, a cowboy's heart wanders, but yours still stays in the whispers of the wind. Through the oak tree's gaze, yes, that cracked frame called my name. In the quiet town where my heart lays claim, with every setting sun, I feel the weight of love that's gone, but the longing won't abate. Oh, that cracked frame, oh, how it cried your name. In this lonesome life, nothing burns quite the same. In the shadow of the mesa, where the scarlet sun dips low, found an old oak by the river, carvings faded long ago. With her scarf caught in the branches, whispering secrets soft and slow, ghost waits where we used to wander through each storm and gentle snow. Oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset kindles memories where her laughter never dies. In the hush of empty cabins, down those gravel roads I roam, ghost waits at the edge of twilight, calling this old cowboy home. Time has worn the leather saddle, trails have faded into dust. Wildflowers on the prairie hold the fragrance of her trust. Old Porch Creek's a somber rhythm, tales of days when life was lush. Ghost waits in the silent echoes where the wind sings through the brush. Oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset kindles memories where her laughter never dies. In the hush of empty cabins, down those gravel roads I roam, ghost waits at the edge of twilight, calling this old cowboy home. Rain falls soft on rusty tin roofs, stirs the scent of years gone by. Each droplet a note in the ballad of a love that doesn't die. Through the whispers of the aspens, through the chill in autumn's glow, she's the warmth within the cold wind, the heart I can't let go. Oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset burns like fire in the mirror of my eyes. In the hush of empty cabins where past and present seem to blend, ghost waits at the gates of dawn where cowboys' trails may never end. Ghost waits and I keep riding beneath the endless ageless skies, bound to roam forever haunted by the love I can't deny. Under the shadow of an aging oak, where wildflowers dare to grow, I first saw her laughing in the sun's low golden glow. We carved our names within that bark, a fortress strong and true in that quiet, dusty town, under skies so endless blue. Oh, the oak tree called whisper secrets old and new. Echoes of her voice in the leaves sing of the love I once knew. Every creek and branch, a tale of dreams we'd claim. Under that old oak tree where nothing stayed the same. Years drifted like the river bends, smooth stones worn by time. That old porch saw seasons turn, but she's no longer mine. Scarves that danced upon the breeze now lost, like her soft smile left my heart upon that path. Walked alone for miles. Oh, the oak tree called my name. Winds whisper secrets old and new. Echoes of her voice in the leaves sing of the love I once knew. Every creek and branch, a tale of dreams we'd claim. Under that old oak tree where nothing stayed the same. In the quiet I hear the rustling leaves speaking low and sweet. Days when the sun spilled like honey where the earth and the sky would meet. But the sunsets bleed crimson now over lands where loneliness reigns. Every twilight cries for her, and the night whispers my pain. Yes, the oak tree called my name under starlit skies so clear and deep, where memories lay in the dust where the willows weep. Still every night by that gnarled old frame where my tears fell like rain. Under that old oak tree, whispering her name, whispering her name.
You stepped off the train with dirt on your shoes. Sunlight kissed your hair like a sacred truth. The fields turned green just watching you smile. Even time slowed down for a while. You sang to the sheep, you danced in the rye, hung sheets in the wind like flags in the sky. The old oak bloomed, the bluebirds came. This wild land never felt the same. You were the spring of this land, my dear, turning silence into songs I could hear. Your laughter lit the river's bend. Your touch could teach the frost to end. You made the weeds sway just to see you pass. Put life in stone, turn mud to glass. This heart, this home, this rugged sand all bloom, 'cause you were the spring of this land. You painted the porch with sunflower hue, said a little color always pulls us through. You read by lantern, sang in the rain, said pain was part of nature's game. But come one dusk, your eyes turned far. You whispered, I need to chase a star. I begged the sky to hold you tight, but spring don't stay past April's light. You were the spring of this land, my love, a prayer sent down from skies above. The cattle stood still when you passed by, even coyotes washed with softer eyes. Now every bloom feels out of place, like they've all lost your warm embrace. The wind still tries to understand why it weeps where once blew the spring of this land. barn still holds the warmth you felt. And though the seasons come and go, the heart knows what the land won't show. You were the spring of this land, it's true, and nothing's bloomed the same since you. I water flowers, they don't respond. I sing alone by the lily pond. The bees still buzz, the clouds still roam, but this ain't love, just overgrown. You left your name in dirt and sand. Forever the spring of this land.
In the hush of dawn by the old oak tree, where the land whispers secrets it keeps, I recall a scarf red against the spring, and the promises no longer sing. Her laughter echoed a ghostly spell in the cabin where the shadows dwell. But his shadow said nothing as it danced along underneath the porch where our love had grown. The sunset bleeds through the cracks of time, and the wind carries off our old wind chime. Each gust a whisper of what used to be. His shadow said nothing to me. Years wore the saddle and the trails turned gray, gravel roads where we once would stray. From the bustling town to the quiet streams, now empty places in my dreams. The rain taps soft on the roof that leaks, in each drop a memory speaks. But his shadow said nothing as it danced alone underneath the porch where our love had grown. The sunset bleeds through the cracks of time, and the wind carries off our old wind chime. Each gust a whisper of what used to be. His shadow said nothing to me. To the past, and his shadow said nothing as the night set in, silent as my sorrows, thick as the din. Stars flicker out where her eyes might have shone. His shadow says nothing, and I ride on, leaving behind what I can never reclaim. His shadow said nothing, and I whisper her name.
On the edge of Dixon's pasture, where the oak trees kiss the sky, I built that fence of cedar 'neath the watch of her blue eyes. Wind whispered through the branches with with a soft and lonesome sigh, as the sun dipped low, casting shadows where our promises did lie. But the fence held tight 'neath the weight of time, through storms of dust and the winter's rhyme. Like my heart holds on to the love that's gone. In the silence of the night, the fence held tight. Years have turned like pages in this old forgotten town. Her laughter now just echoes where our steps once marked the ground. The cabin stands all empty where we once dreamed side by side. Only gravel roads and fading trails where my regrets reside. Yes, the fence held tight 'neath the weight of time, through the howling wind and rain's cold chime. Like my heart holds on to the days long gone. Beneath the starlit sky, the fence held tight. There's an old scarf hung on the porch swing, frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I wonder if she misses those wild lands we used to roam, or if I'm just a ghost now in the ruins of our home. So the fence held tight 'neath the weight of years, guarding all my hopes, cradling my fears, as I whisper her name to the endless night. In the heart's quiet ache, the fence held tight. Oh, the heart's quiet ache, where the fence held tight.
Out there where the oak trees mark the boundaries of our past, I found that old saddle, weathered leather, shadows cast. Beneath a sky that stretched as wide as a lonely heart can stand, I trace these gravel roads, soft echoes of your hand. Oh, that saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stood. This town's a whisper now, where your scarf danced in the breeze. Porch is empty, curtain still, no more secrets to appease. Fields where we once ran, now just wildflowers bending low. Every petal a soft reminder of what I had to let go. Oh, that saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stowed. In the quiet of the night, stars bear witness to my sighs. Old ghosts in the wind and the truth that never dies. I'm a shadow in this twilight, just a silhouette unrefined, holding tight to memories like that old saddle I find. Yes, that saddle left behind in the dust of dreams decayed, a monument to moments and the price that love has paid. I ride alone neath timeless skies where my weary heart resides, with a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. Oh, a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. In the hush of dawn, neath the old oak sway, I found her scarf, blue as the new day. Memories flood like the creek after rain, of laughter shared on this dusty plain. She danced with the wind where the wildflowers lay, in a town too quiet where her shadow stays. Oh, her shadow stays, though she's gone away, in the corners of the night, in the edges of the day. On the old porch swing, I can hear her say, love like ours, darling, it never fades. But the wind's a cruel player with the games it plays. She's a fading trail, but her shadow stays. The old cabin stands on the gravel road, windows blank stare, bare stories untold. Where we once were fire, now's but ash and dust. Her laughter's echo, a ghostly gust. Echoes of footsteps in the sunset's blaze. She rode into the horizon, but her shadow stays. Yes, her shadow stays as the daylight frays, in the whisper of the leaves, in the silence of the grays. On the empty bed where the cool breeze plays, love finds its rest, darling, she'd phrase. But my heart's left wandering through a lonesome maze. She's the song that ends, but a shadow stays. Now I roam these lands astray without a home, chasing echoes and a ghost in the twilight's comb, where the rivers sing and the mountains gaze. I look for her in the dawn's soft rays. a shadow stays in the quiet ways, in the rustle of the oaks where the old dog lays. As the night descends, as the cold air sways, love's a lasting light, darling, my heart conveys. Though I walk alone where the coyote brays, in the whispers of the wind, her shadow stays.
Underneath the shadow of an old oak tree, on a hill where the winds whisper tales so free, I carved our names inside a heart so deep, where the soil held promises we couldn't keep. Oh, lonely hill forgot the lover's vow, only echoes of our whispers now. The sunset bleeds like the tears we wept in the heart of the land where our dreams slept. Years slip by like the rivers flow, old porches creak and the evenings glow. Your scarf still hangs on the rusty hook, the chapter ends without a second look. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, gravel roads and the stories they told, lost in dust and the rain's soft plea, a wandering soul forever to be. Lonely hill forgets, but I recall each whispered love, the rise and fall. The sunset now a fading light on trails that vanish into the night. In the silence of this wild, wide space, I find the ghost of your tender grace. Though time may heal the marks we made, some shadows linger and never fade. So here's to Lonely Hill under starlit skies, to the love we lost where the old oak lies. I'll ride these lands alone, and yet in the heart of the hill I'll never forget.
In the sleepy shade of the old oak tree, where the wildflowers whispered and waited for thee, we carved our names enshrined in bark underneath the sky till the world turned dark. That old porch swing where we danced with the wind,
waltz of whispers where my dreams had grinned. Shattered glass drifts on a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The sunset bleeds through the clouds so vast, and I'm holding shadows where the light won't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your voice and shattered glass. Gone are the days on dusty trails, now just faded tracks beneath my nails. That cabin stands solemn and alone, its empty halls play our love's last tone. Your scarf still lies on the cedar chest, a splash of color for a heart unrest. Shattered glass drifts on a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The rain taps gently on windowsills past, mocking each promise that didn't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your touch and shattered glass. The wind carries whispers of what could have been through the rustling leaves or the rolling din. And I see your reflection in streams running clear in each fleeting shadow. I feel you near. Shattered glass drifts and I follow its trail, a mosaic of dreams, love's point veil. Every shard a tale under twilight's expanse. In the dance of the dust I give one last glance. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs, forever lost in this sea of shattered glass. This ballad captures the melancholy and poignant beauty of love lost, where every physical element around recounts a part of the narrative, adding layers to the emotional landscape of the song. Underneath the twisted oaks, by the bend where the creek fades, I found your scarf, a whisper light caught on a bramble's jagged blade. The sun was a low mournful red, painting sorrows and shades so deep in that silent glade where once we laid, now just shadows that weep. As the creek fades, so do those days, caught in the currents of old. The laughter we shared now echoes bare neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn, with your memory my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. Cabin's empty, the porch swings lone, the gravel road long untrod. Your laughter's gone with the fading dawn. The fields now quietly sod, where once rang our steps through corridors of green. Now only the call of a distant owl in the night serene. As the creek fades, so do those days, caught in the currents of old. The laughter we shared now echoes bare neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn, with your memory my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. The saddle sits dusty, the
hang loose, the echoes of our past, tight as the news. But in my dreams I ride the trails where you ride beside, through storm, through wind, where the creek fades on that endless ride. As the creek fades like the last light of day, my heart knows no reprieve. You're a song sung once in a world gone hush, 'neath the stars that gently grieve. So I wander on, a shadow at dawn, 'neath skies vast and wide, forever by the bend where the creek ends, where our love will always reside. In the silence the creek whispers tales as the oak leaves gently wave. A cowboy sings into the wind, his heart the land will save.
In the gray dawn's light, 'neath the old oak shade, I found the scarf you wore, now a ghostly gray. It whispered of that spring by the creek we lay, where promises were carved in the cold morning made. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do those oaks sway where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. I walk these dusty trails with your memory in tow, past the cabin's empty shell where the wild roses grow. Gravel roads stretch like the regrets I've come to own, lead into nowhere but the echoes of our lone shadow. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. Saddles worn and leather cracked, just like my weathered skin. Each line a story of loss, of the love I couldn't win. On this old porch I sit as the sun dips to give in. Night's blanket comes to cover all my sins. Oh, how the winds they whisper of what might have been. Softly they mourn with me for a love so serene. Cold morning carved in my soul where your warmth has been. I'm left holding memories in the silence of this dream. And as the stars look down, I'm a shadow fading thin in a world that keeps turning without you within.
Under the shadow
of an old oak tree. I first saw her smiling back at me. Sunset spilled like whiskey through her hair. In that dusty town, no moment did we spare. We danced on wooden porches, worn and wide, her laughter mingled with the evening tide. Hollow heart echoes down gravel roads, where my soul wanders heavy with her load. The wind whispers secrets we once knew, by the creek where wildflowers grew. Every sunset burns just like the flame of the love we lost and the dreams we never claimed. The years fell away like leaves in the breeze. Love's fiery autumn turned to winter's freeze. The cabin where we once dreamed lies bare. Windows gazing out, lost in their stare. Her scarf still hangs on that rusty nail, a ghost of color, fragile and frail. A hollow heart echoes down gravel roads, where my soul wanders heavy with her load. The wind whispers secrets we once knew, by the creek where wildflowers grew. Every sunset burns just like the flame of the love we lost and the dreams we never claimed. Now I ride these trails along with the stars, the moonlight casting shadows, healing scars. Yet in the quiet I hear the echo of her laugh, a sound that cuts my broken heart in half. Hollow heart echoes lonesome sound in this vast country where my thoughts are bound. She's the whisper in the pine, the rain's soft sigh, a memory fading under the vast open sky. Every sunset I chase, every trail I roam, leads me further yet closer to what I call home. As the dusk embraces the land and the stars take their stand, I feel her near in the heart of this wild, timeless land. Out where the oak tree shadows lie long, on the porch of a cabin where the gravel turns to sand, there's a worn out saddle and a scarf you left behind, each thread a whisper of your hand. By the fading trails where the wildflowers dream, you danced under a sky so vast and still. In the echo of your laughter, the creek sings its old song. In that quiet town, my memory stood still. Oh, these hills recall your silhouette. Each sunset paints your face in its fiery hues. The wind still carries the softness of your voice. In this lonesome life, it's you I can't lose. Now the cabins sit empty, the doors creak alone. The dust settles where our stories were born. Rain taps on the windows like tears of the sky. on the nights too cold since you've been gone. Those trails overgrown, the fields turned to brown, where we rode through the dreams, vibrant and wild. I roam with the shadows and the ghosts of our past, every mile without you, every sorrow compiled. Oh, these hills recall your silhouette. Each sunset paints your face in its fiery hues. The wind still carries the softness of your voice. In this lonesome life, it's you I can't lose. Sometimes a man's heart is a wide open range, where memories roam far and free. But tonight by the oak tree, where your laughter still lives, I'm as trapped in your memory as a soul can ever be. So here stays my heart beneath these endless skies, moonlight dancing on the path where you once lay. Oh, these hills remember, and so do I, in the twilight of my life, where your memory stood still forever and a day. Out here where the oak trees meet the sky, found an old cabin where our love did lie. Underneath the porch, our initials still deep in the wood, in the shadows, where old secrets keep. Oh, my heart wears the cloth of the dusty trail. As the goodbye letter fades, the past turns pale. Sunset burns like the love we knew, gone with the wind, where the wild horses flew. I remember her scarf hanging on that rusty nail. Now just like the empty roads, it's lost frail. The saddle where we rode, now worn and bare, like the solitary echo of our old love affair. Oh, my heart wears the cloth of the dusty trail. As the goodbye letter fades, the past turns pale. Sunset burns like the love we knew, gone with the wind, where the wild horses flew. Beneath the weeping willow shade, I lay my dreams. The creek sings softly of lost loves and schemes. Every whispering wind across the gravel worn speaks of a rodeo queen. My heart forever torn. Oh, my heart wears the scars of the dusty trail. As the goodbye letter fades neath the moonlight pale, stars above the plains guide this lonesome ride, past memory's shadows where old loves abide. As the night whispers and the cold sets in, I know that in these hills part of me still spins. Goodbye letter fades, but her memory stays, like the ghost of a waltz in those golden days.
Down by the creek where the wild oaks grow, soft whispers of her name in the breeze that blows. Saddle worn and leather frayed on the porch of warm gray wood. That's where we laughed, oh how we could. Moonlight danced on her golden hair. In the quiet town, we were the perfect pair. Her scarf still smells like sweet prairie rain, left on the hook, never worn again. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cries. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire, in your glow I trust. Seasons turn, the storms rolled in, washed the trails where feet had been. Empty cabin echoes her laugh, faded dreams like old photographs. Oak tree shadow stretches out, reaching for me, filled with doubt. This wandering life just a lonesome ride, chasing shadows from the love that died. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cries. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire, in your glow I trust. Under the vast and endless sky, whispers of the past asking why. Through the winds that sweep and the rains that cleanse, her memory lives, it never ends. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above, please guide me through to the love I knew, so deep and true. Each sunset now a solemn hymn on these fading trails growing dim, where my soul walks alone yet yearns to rest with her in the west, where sunsets nest. And as the fire dies and night draws nigh, here I'll stay with my quiet sigh. Lonely fire, close my eyes, dream of her 'neath these aching skies.